Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. I'm Rebecca from ArtistRebeccaLS, and today we're finishing off this sketch pad. Let's go. So this sketch pad I found upstairs actually, and it is a Harmonial spiral bound watercolor travel sketchbook, and at the time it came with 6 watercolor pencils which were terrible. You can see here they didn't work very well. The paper I can't get on with, and the pencils were not great. I think this paper is only good for wet into wet techniques using paint, as in tubes of paint or pans, not pencils. And this is basically all I had so far. It's not current, it's I think for maybe, say, it's the 2011 era. I don't think I've put dates on any of them, but it seems to me it's around 2011. Had some made up birds again, the Rebecca birds as I call them, and ladybirds, kind of moth thing, and this is my favourite one, of people fishing, just some made up random characters. And then I've got one spare page left, or possibly 2, let me see. Yes, there's 2 pages left. Basically, I think in a video that you didn't get to see because I'm still testing out my microphone, which is horrifically terrible. I'm not going to be using it after this video because it's a cravat microphone, and I'm new to microphones and tripods, so I did get the cheapest ones possible because I'm learning, and now I know not to bother with them again because if you're buying a tripod for your phone, please make sure it has extendable legs, okay? Because I thought every tripod you purchased would come with that as standard, and it turns out no. There's 2 versions, one that have extendable legs and ones that don't, and I got the one that doesn't. And when it comes to microphones, don't get one that is full of wires. They are cheaper, and I wasn't going just for price, I was going for something that plugs into my iPhone, because that's what I record with. And I didn't think one that was nearer €40 would plug in. It says it does, but I wasn't prepared to take the risk at that point until I had gotten used to microphones and all the rest of it. So if my voice is clearer on this video, at least I know that the microphone is going to work, but I don't think it's going to work again because the wires are just insane. It's like a mile of thin wire that knots. I mean, how can I store that? It's just ridiculous. It's a nightmare. It's not easy. The point of me getting this stuff was to make my life easier recording, and I don't want to spend hours trying to set a tripod up and hours trying to untangle cables. So that isn't going to work. So we're just going to finish this little waterfall-y thing off up here. Basically, this is my made-up world that the Sorbies live in. And the Sorbies are my made-up characters that I don't actually deal with anymore. It was just like a phase. I created their whole kind of world and language. It was very Tolkien-fied. And, well, not their world, but the idea was very Tolkien. This was, I think, a lemonade sparkling pink waterfall. And I was thumbnailing for a book, and this was each page was going to have the illustration. But I kind of gave up with that because everybody wants to do children's illustration, and the market is flooded, and you know, yeah, it's too much noise for me. So I dropped that. Just wetting everywhere. I love this little tin of watercolors. It's very convenient. When you have a limited space, it's very handy to have some watercolors in a small little tin. Put some grey for the rocks, and that's kind of it at the minute for that. So I was going to ask you guys, what do you think I should paint on the last 2 pages? Should I do one of these illustrations, or should we move on and do something new? Give me your thoughts. And this illustration you've actually seen in my Redbubble shop. It is available for sale. The link is in my video description below this video. Just very loosely adding some of that, because after all it is thumbnails. Basically, this tree is the creativity tree, and when it blooms art supplies. And so it also has a tap, and you turn the tap to select your colour and then switch it on and fill up your bucket with paint. And so you've got random different art supplies that will grow at each season that it blossoms. And then down here is the hot chocolate geysers that come out of the what do you call them, tree trunks. So the tap is here, and you twist, and on the hedges the mugs grow. And this is a time when the creativity tree, kind of all the supplies have gone, and it's kind of rejuvenating itself. So with that said, guys, this is a very short video to test the sound quality and to rant to you guys about the frustrations of a YouTube creator. And the microphone, I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. And the other tripod, I'm using my old tripod for this. The new tripod was supposed to be for my other channel, my drawing with French toast. Again, the link is below this video, because I record in a different location for that. And this tripod I use now doesn't work in my other location. So it's a nightmare, to be quite honest. I think basically, if you guys follow me on my other channel, you're going to see, and I'm going to be saying again, repeating myself, that we're going to go back to the old ways for a little bit. I'm going to be using this tripod probably, not this tripod, well, you know, the phone holder for these videos. And on my other channel, the videos, I'll be using the new tripod, but the video's angle is going to be sideways, because that's all I can do till the end of the year, when I then upgrade the equipment again and get a tripod with extendable legs. Trouble I have with the tripod idea is that the phone goes in long way, not long ways, but kind of it's sticking out this way, which means the footage in the editor I have to turn it. So basically the camera is pointing this way, but I need the footage to be this way for YouTube, because it's not a short. And so when I then turn this around in the editor, my angle for drawing at seems like upside down. So it's aggravating, to say the least. But I'm sure I'll get there eventually. So with my rant completed, I thank you for listening and watching, and I'll catch you on the next video, guys. Bye!